Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for also giving me this great opportunity to eulogize this particular great man, Mr. Mwai Emilio Stanley Kibaki. Was a great leader and will be remembered because of what we can see today out of what he did. And I want to pass my condolences on behalf of the people of Bomet to the family and to the Kenyans that this particular man touched their lives in a very special way. And I want to say that Mwai Kibaki was a great man, right from the family level, Mr. Speaker. So I remember very well that he worked with his wife closely when he was the president of this particular country. He even went ahead to protect his family by even making a press statement to declare that Lucy Kibaki was the only wife that he had. You know, it was great. And I tend to think that he set a great example to most of the people of this country. I want to say in leadership that he was an economic giant, that actually he rescued this country at the point of need. When we were expecting that everything was in disarray economically, there comes a time when Kibaki arrived as the president of this country and saved the economy of this country. He will be remembered forever. I want to say also that in education, this is the man that when he declared free education, free universal primary education, most of the people doubt if that would succeed. But it succeeded so much that I remember when I was in university, almost every student was researching on the success of free primary education in this country. Most of the people went back to school, as Senator Wetangula had said, including an elder by the name Maruge. Most of the people left looking after the cattle to go back to school. And today, most of those people are working in various sectors in this country. So he gave hope to most of the Kenyans on matters education. As far as the infrastructure is concerned, the Thika Highway is a living example for the rest of our life to remember Mzee Mwai Kibaki. I want also to say that on fight against corruption, he set a good example. He could not even spare his closest friends. Whenever they were mentioned, he was the first one to tell them to step aside for investigation to take place. And many a times, those who stepped aside and they were investigated came back clean, though most of them also fell casualties. So I tend to think that he was a man who fought corruption by action and improved the economy of our country. On matters to do with health, right from the time he was the Minister of Health, I remember the health sector was so much improved, especially during that time when Nyayo wards were being established across the country. And the health sector was so much improved during his particular time. And as much as he was a pragmatic leader, he believed in action-oriented leadership. And I tend to think that is why he spoke less, and most of the work is demonstrated in action. And he was the president of this country, Mr. Speaker. And I want to say, as far as this character analysis is concerned, he was the most forgiving human being that I've ever experienced in life. All those who tormented him in his attempt to become the president of this country, everybody expected him to revenge when he came to power, but he simply forgot about it and forged ahead and forgive them and even rescued their wealth so that they could continue well. So I want to say, when it comes to learning on forgiving our enemies, I think we get a lot of lessons from Kibaki. He was also very resilient. Remember, he suffered so much. He became the president of the Republic of Kenya while he was sick. But nevertheless, he led the country the right way. I can also learn to be a fighter, to getting whatever you want. He was a go-getter. He fought so many times to become the president of this country. And at the point where everybody was almost declaring him irrelevant in the fight, that is the moment he clicked to leadership in this country. So I want to say that his spirit of fighting will always remain as an example to most of us in this country, that there is always hope for those who are hopeful. He was a very humble leader and a very brilliant scholar that we shall always emulate him. So I want to say that Mwai Kibaki was a great leader, that we have a lot to borrow from him. And I want to say that for those of us who are still fighting, as far as leadership is concerned, we must always borrow a lot from him. And I want to say on behalf of the people of Bomet, may his soul rest in peace, and may he live forever in our lives, more so in actions that we can see today and forever. I still condole the family and the Kenyans, and may his soul rest in peace. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you, Senator. Senator Wambua Enokio.
Thank you, Madam Speaker, for this opportunity to also add my voice